Hey, so we've got our first question. Who knew this would all fly off so quickly? All right, Yiridimarangmuji, I have a quick question. I've been asked to turn a prayer into language for a Catholic school. They want to know what my price is so they could pay me. They haven't particularly thought about that yet, but they're thinking about a voucher of some sort. What are your thoughts on this? And if you were to do it, what would you do? Okay, well, number one, I'm impressed that they're off the bat talking about paying you, because your knowledge is the same as anybody else's expertise knowledge, and people should be paying. So we need to stop doing stuff for free. Okay, so applause to them for offering to pay up front. I'm not particularly religious. That's not to say that, we're not all, some people are. If it is within your personal values and you think you can do that, then go ahead. But I would think, instead of perhaps translating a prayer, perhaps you can co-write one with them that allows for some of our spirituality to be blended in with that idea of prayer, and what is it that they're talking about being grateful for, or so probably look at that. Look, and in terms of how much they should be paying you, I think that's up to you to determine, unless you're with another organisation. So, for example, if you're a public school teacher and you're asked to do something in that capacity, well, essentially you're paid by the government in your role to do that, but also gifts of $50 or more do need to be declared to your principal. If you're in association with land councils, then land councils will have their own package of costs for different things, fee structure. So check in with them. Otherwise, I suppose that it's up to you to determine what you feel is worth your time and knowledge. There is a figure in this email that I haven't disclosed. I'd say that's probably a little bit low. And, you probably want to add to that, maybe times that by 5 would be a good starting point for what they're asking, because what they're asking for is quite a process. There's a whole process of consultation, and then the language, putting it together, going back and checking they're happy with it, any revisions, all the rest of it. So it's not going to be something that takes you 15 minutes to do. So yeah, that would be what I would do. I would talk to them about negotiating something that you could write together as maybe an original piece, rather than trying to translate something from the church into Wiradjuri. I'm not sure that will translate really well. But anyway, good luck with that, and good luck to anybody else who's being asked to do similar things. I think that's probably a good way to think about stuff, is to think about what's the context of what people want you to create. And does that fit in with your values and ethics? And then if you think about that in terms of how you use language, or perhaps you don't use language and you're just learning to, in which case I'd probably refer to some of your teachers about what they think you might do. Remembering that, if we're going to be sharing this with people, we've got to be sharing it correctly. So we have to be quite confident and competent in our skills to do that, which, whole other conversation, I guess. But thinking, and also remembering too, this year, NAIDOC, for our elders, a lot of our elders don't have this language. So, to be handing it out to other people, particularly to non-Indigenous people, before we've been able to give it back properly to the original holders and, knowledge holders, is a difficult situation, and it can breed disharmony, because there's resentment in that, that the language was taken. It wasn't lost, it was taken from our elders, people who are still living now in our communities, and to be giving it to non-Indigenous people or organisations because it's now been deemed the right thing to do, I think we really need to think carefully about that and you know, talk to our elders about that before we actually go ahead and do it. So that's probably something else to consider as well. Have a yarn with some elders there locally and ask them how do they feel about it. All right, have a lovely day, everybody, and hopefully we'll see you later. Go you.